Hello, I'm Monty. Welcome to a double feature of Enchantress gameplay. I did some pretty good kites and I forgot to record them live, so you'll have to forgive me for that. But here they are anyways. So there's a lot of decoding going on in the first bit, and I just wanted to take this bit to apologize for not being able to keep up with the 30-day video challenge that I swore I would do, because of course I fail at everything, so this was no exception. I was planning to do a video every day for 30 days, as the title suggests, but some real life stuff came up and I just was not able to fulfill that obligation. So I will continue to post stuff as often as I can, but it might be even more infrequent now than it was than before. So I apologize for that. But yeah, so we're almost finished the cipher, and little girl has gotten down again. Fortunately, I usually bring Ty Turner on my Enchantress. I bring Ty Turner on a lot of characters just because I tend to play solo, so Enchantress is no exception. I do the typical, you would call it a quote-unquote, I do the typical T build. It's down to Ty Turner, you get borrowed time, and then you go all the way to the, what is it? I'm bad with directions. I couldn't remember if it was left or right. But you go all the way to broken windows as much as possible. And then, of course, you take exit path. It's a nice... And now we kite, my dudes. But yeah, it's just a nice generic build for most survivors. So, I noticed this Naiad now. I can't specifically remember if this was a rank match or not. I'm willing to bet it is not. But still, I am slightly proud of myself. I do play Naiad a lot. So, whoops. I was kind of hoping to kite her properly. But I messed up there. I didn't realize she had put a puddle there. But, oh well. Fortunately, a psychologist called me over and I was panicking a little because I can hear. There it is, there's the red light, so I wasn't sure if I'd be able to make it in time. I don't think I've ever actually had a psychologist heal me like that before. That'd be first for everything. Because usually, since I play solo queue, you get a lot of randoms, so they usually try to heal me like mid-kite, and I'm like, sweetheart, I know you have good intentions, but I just can't. You know? So... And here we are again. The thing about kiting Naiad is you have to learn to not be afraid of the water. Like, you're gonna get a little wet. That's just how mermaids are. So, it's okay to go in the puddle. You don't have to avoid it completely. The main thing you want to avoid is when she makes one, don't get caught in it, because that automatically applies a lot more water percentage to you. So you're more likely to get hit. And I tried to trap her in that little mid area. Bigger waste of puddle. Yeah, see, so she started her puddle in the inside of that little area. So I ran to the outside, and then when she went out, you go in. It's a very, very fine dance. I don't know who popped that, but I'm very grateful the hunter was not right on top of me. And that's another issue that, with Naiads that you have to look out for, is that you can't automatically withdraw your puddles right away. So if you're chasing somebody, you have to pull back your harpoon a little bit in advance before you go to attack. Because otherwise they'll do what I just did. They'll throw a pallet in your face, and then that's like another 5 seconds wasted. See, there it is again. She waited too long. Wow! That was a bit of a stutter there, sure you got that. But yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I went out too much. But yeah, I panicked here again because they both started coming towards me. I'm like, no, no. I think doctor already had the shack gate open, and psychologist was all the way across the map. I'm like, honey, it's okay. It's just a draw. Just leave, please. So, yeah, finally Doc got the message. That's good. And psychologist. After lots of begging. I play solo queue, so I was a little worried that they'd both come to rescue, because I don't think psychologist, it doesn't really work on detention. Okay, on to the second match. I apologize if the recording cut off a bit at the end. My app crashed again. So fortunately it was at the end of the end of the game. Anyways, sorry for the blank gap. But yeah, so it wasn't that big a deal. But again, I apologize. I just have a very, very crummy iPad. So this next match, the kite happens a little later on, and I have not much else to talk about. I just really like playing Enchantress, I guess. Been playing her for a while. You know what? Maybe I should just shut up. Enjoy the decoding, I guess. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think the Doctor has Firefly. Yeah, let's watch her instead. She's much cooler than I am. I haven't played. No, I know for certain this one is a quick match, and I have not played quick matches in quite a while, so I don't know. I guess they are. See, I was ranking the other night, and it was extremely difficult. And I'm not really sure why. I mean, maybe I'm just an idiot. But yeah. So quick match has been much easier, and I have no idea why. Oh yeah, and then I came in for the rescue because, again, I bring Tide Turner on basically all characters except decoders with no self-defense, which would mean, like, mechanic, well, maybe not even mechanic, probably only Mindsai is the only person I would think to bring something different. And I bring a completely different build in 2v8, so, because obviously that's different, so. Do you do rescuing? Whee! And we're gone. So, I think it was a good choice on the hunter's part to stay the course, you know, like, that was not the proper term, but, like, not switch target. Because especially now that we're down to 3 ciphers, that was the weird thing, because I started this match, I have not played Survivor in a while. I started this match, and like 30 seconds in, I already had half a cipher done, and I'm like, holy cow, it actually goes that fast, okay. And that's just playing Survivor, you know, like I am glad that, well, at least they brought it up again. I know there's been talk of Cypher Rush nerf in the past, and it never happened, but I really hope that they actually do something about it this time. I think Dr. Kai did well. I think she just tried to do too many fancy bits, too many jukes. Like, if you don't know a hunter's hitbox very well, it can be really difficult to juke them. Okay, so here we go. I think this is definitely where the hunter messed up. And I'm not even saying that as to be, like, rude or anything, because, like, I was nearby. It was a perfect opportunity. But I think her biggest mistake was continuing to chase me. Like, if she couldn't get me down within, like, 2 seconds, that was bad. But yeah, so she kept targeting me for some reason. I would have switched back to the doctor because she can heal at this point. And I noticed she was a little slow with her hits. Like, she didn't want to hit me right away, so I kind of abused that. I'm sorry. I also have been watching like a lot of like high tier commentary. Before it was mostly just like the gameplay itself. But one of the things I heard mentioned was that you should be kiting for at least a minimum of 30 seconds. I know that just sounds so trivial, but it does help because that way I can kind of gauge like, oh my gosh, here we go again with the weird pops. This is what I get for solo queuing and quit matches. But I think I still did okay. But yeah, this is one of the things that, what the heck? Oh, it's just another bird. I'm sorry, I have, well, first of all, I apologize for the, slow, because, this is where I disconnected temporarily. So I have no idea what happened. Yeah, I'm sorry, this happens a lot, and I don't know why, but we got it fixed, eventually. So, the heck? Okay, we're back to normal now, I think. No, we're not. Hello? I don't know why the gate is still closed, I'm sorry. Well, I guess I can end it there. Sorry for getting distracted by the bird out the window. I have like a nest like right above the window. So, oh, and there, now it fixes itself. So, gate is still closed for some reason. Oh well. There's that, I guess. Whoops. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry this is such a mess. But, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and, I hope my commentary was not too irritating. I am still working on the stuttering and the blanking out mid-sentence, although that is kind of difficult to work on because I keep forgetting that it's even a thing in the first place, but every time I open my mouth it comes back, so I will try to, I don't know, maybe prepare a script in advance or something, but even then, like, my mind goes blank, like I can't think of the words. So I apologize for all the rambling, and I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Goodbye!